Hey folks, Blackcross here, and this is going to be a mixture of a vlog and a discussion video, and the reason why I say this is because I want this to get stretched out for as far as I can, because what's happened in the past 24 hours or so has been kind of annoying, really. It really has. And if nothing else, it's made confirmation to me that YouTube is nothing more than just a big cash cow. That's all YouTube is nowadays. And I say this for two reasons. Number one, being that of their so-called copyright claim policy that has been torn to shreds every which way you could possibly look at it. And quite frankly, it is probably one of the biggest annoyances that most YouTubers have to deal with sometimes. Luckily for me, I've been able to figure out what works and what doesn't work, and so far it's been working out pretty well. Now, though, there is a new YouTube policy, and with that being said, means that it could be a problem for future YouTubers more and more. What's this new YouTube policy? Well, apparently, according to what people are talking about now, there are certain keywords and certain discussions that are not to be said or talked about. What do I mean by that? Well, apparently YouTube has gone censored. Yeah, ain't that peachy? Ain't that just lovely? That's like one of the most beautiful. What the hell is wrong with you? First of all, that is bullcrap. I'm calling bullcrap. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? No matter where you go, you're going to find people who are going to be swearing left and right. And the biggest YouTube tycoons, the biggest one being that of PewDiePie, Markiplier, so on and so forth, they cuss the living hell. They do. And you're thinking to yourself, it's like, so they're gonna censor them? And it's like, apparently, because according to the majority of YouTubers, which, as far as I know, the majority of YouTubers who are like, I want to say probably around under 5 million or so, are talking about this, and they're saying that their channels have gotten some videos that are no longer monetized. Which means advertisers are not putting advertisements on any video that contains swearing or certain topics. Now, in other words, basically, they're kind of like channel blocking what we talk about. And that's wrong. Now, they're not blocking the videos per se, but they're no longer paying that YouTube content creator money for that video that they uploaded. Because it's not uploading any ads on it. So that's just like one of those. Really, you decide to do this. How long is it going to be before someone actually points the finger at you and said, "Oh, well, what about those advertisements?" Yeah, those advertisements. I know the advertisements. I know long enough to know that there are certain advertisements that have swearing or certain topics. And you are telling us that we can't do that? Oh, you are such full of it. You really are. And then the fact that certain topics can no longer be talked about. Certain political statement, probably. Certain topics that are too out of reach for people. I mean, I've heard some of the topics that people talk about, and from what I've been told, those type of topics are no longer monetized. And that's wrong. That really is. Yes, admittedly, we live in a world where people get offensive about everything, but that's going to be there for the longest time. There's going to be people who are just going to be offended at everything. And there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can control. You just have to go about life and deal with it. And that's the fact. the way that YouTube now is doing this is confirming to say that earning money through YouTube directly is no longer going to be something that I can do. And that's not to say that that's a problem in the future. No, it's not. I mean, hell, there are tons of YouTubers who are making money through different ways. There's Loot Crate, for example. There's Patreon. There's like a whole bunch of other people who support other YouTubers through other means. And that right there, I know for a fact that I can get set up. But that won't be until like way on into the future probably. But it's just the way YouTube has got this set up now, it makes me wonder, are they even thinking? Like, are they even really thinking? It just, I don't know. I really don't. And it makes me wonder, are the bigger YouTubers going to be talking about this as well? Are they going to be saying something to them? Are they going to realize that, hey, this is an issue? I might want to talk to them about this shit. And it just, I don't understand what they were thinking when they made this decision. I really don't. Could it be that they were trying to compare themselves with television? If so, I can pick off at least 1,000 or so channels that have swearing on them, or certain topics. And trust me when I say this, when I can pull 1,000, I mean literally, I can pull out thousands of channels that have topics like this. Certain topics that people would be so offensive to. And trust me, I have no problem showing them that. And be like, hey, guess what? You're already this. Why are you doing that? But I'm only saying this mostly because the YouTubers who've been here before me, I feel like they deserve a better chance to talk about this. Because their channel is monetized. And the fact that now the majority of their content is going to be completely non-payable and stuff like that, they're now having to deal with the issue in front hand. While for me, on the other hand, I've still got plenty of time to come up with an idea or two on how to earn a living a different way. Which luckily for me, there are multiple ways. And like I said, it's too early for me to actually do any of that. And the reason why I never monetized my channel is because I felt like it was too early. You know, there's no reason for me to monetize it whenever I'm not getting the requested views that YouTube look for. Like, there are certain things that YouTube requires. So it's like, you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm not even going to bother with it. And honestly, that's the best thing that I can do, really. And like I said, it is too early for me to say anything of, you know, what I'm going to be doing for YouTube and stuff like that. But for the time being right now, as it is and where it stands, it just, I know for a fact that you guys will be there for me. Because any newcomers that we have gotten thus far, they are willing to watch my content, and as far as I know, it's none of YouTube's business as to what I do or what I don't do. It's just, you guys watch my content for good reasons, and those reasons are, I leave them to you. But I felt like I wanted to talk about this because it was an issue that was rising, and I'm sure a lot of people were probably going to be like, well, what about you, since you're just now starting on YouTube? What does that mean for you? Because I guarantee you at least 95% of my videos, if not more so, have at least some swearing in it. I guarantee it. Which, I guarantee you this one would have it. Because, why the hell not? Excuse me. But, it's just this whole YouTube thing is, right now they are just really looking for a reason for people to punch them in the face. And that's what they're asking for. They really are. In fact, I guarantee you within the next few months or so, if not, there will be at least one YouTuber that's going to point out and say the phrase, that advertisement has swearing in it. And you're cutting us out? I don't think so. I mean, there has to be a better system. There has to be. I mean, I would imagine that YouTube had some form of a system where basically, it has to be age restricted. Then again, at the same time, there are people who's able to get around that. So maybe that's no longer how YouTube is going to use it, and as instead they're going to have to figure out another way. And they think this is the best way. Either that, or they don't want to deal with any more of the little complaints that is either people who watch videos or either the advertisers themselves, that they don't want to put their ads on videos that are segregated or much less uncensored. And apparently that's what it is. That is stupid, in my opinion. That's like telling television corporation that, let's see, what's a movie that has a lot of swearing in it? Oh, Comedy Central. Yes, Comedy Central has a lot of cussing. Yeah, a lot of cussing. And they have advertisements left and right all the time. And you're telling me that they get touchy? Yeah, I think we know what's going on here. I think YouTube is starting to get a little woo-woo in the head. They are. But that's all I wanted to say. I felt like I had to say something about it because, I feel like that some people were probably going to be talking about it. And really, in all honesty, because my channel isn't monetized yet, I'm not worried about it. And this policy thing is guaranteed that I'm not going to be using ads in order to save me. I'm going to be using other things, other methods. And honestly, I think that's the best I can do, really, because the truth is, YouTube has lost their minds. They really have. But that does not mean I'm going to stop here. I'm still going to be uploading videos. I'm still going to be uploading this, for crying out loud. Because I don't give a fuck. Anyway, though, I just wanted to talk about that because I felt like I had to say something. But anyway, though, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in another video. This is Black Cross signing off. Take care, guys.